One win in the bank, how many more to come? I'm Larry Ridley in Orlando, and this is Draft Champions. The Cowboys come in at 1-0, still working out a few of the kinks, but poised to make a run at a title. Their opponents here, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular Draft Champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. Two teams here. Amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at the juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran cornerback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
I'm actually old enough to remember him hitting the league, and so many people are talking about his throwing motion at the time. A little bit unorthodox. No one talks about it anymore except in admiration. The ball gets to the target really well and usually with big production.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. 4th down, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 46 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And with the rules as touch. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, hey, look. The game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. They'll run it here. This is James White. And, his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And now here come the Cowboys. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And his first look is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
This is Bell. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short. I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's brought in by Bolden. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
I'm well aware this is not basketball, but this feels like full court pressure. Never getting out of that the entire time. Just stay on top of them. With that lead, go ahead and fake it and continue to try and build on it.
Yeah, first half, as you said, you've got that lead, but they want a bigger cushion here. They're hitting the gas pedal hard. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Phillip Rivers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Ooh, with a juke. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
It goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll roll him out right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers. It's caught, Shepard. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here's Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating. First half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. He won't go down. There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Cowboys. Sterling Shepard, 72 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flipped it over to the other side of the ball, what are
So
they
gonna
gonna
commentate now. That was whoa.
That's what they're gonna try to build on and try to
I can't even believe that I did that. That's literally I have never done that before in my life.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
So I'm making all these videos now because I'm gonna be gone most of the week next week. I'm gonna have all these videos ready for you. So if like I seem a little bit tired in the videos, yeah, that was fun. Oh, what was that? I wish I punted it at the one right behind him. Kicking it out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds.
This is gonna be. I'm liking Draft Champions. It's fun.
Now a carry for White, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back.
White is not doing as good as he did in Super Bowl 51.
Paul Soliai wasn't able to get anything. No gain.
Whoops.
Already, maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play.
I need to zoom in.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone.
Crap.
These short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Russell is not having a really good game.
The physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here's Jacob Shum now.
Yes. I like having it like this, so when I catch it on the punt return, I can so I know that I can turn around being safe. Crap, that's a short kick. Short kick. Crap.
This will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
I thought that was an onside recover.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced.
Yes, I am.
Key is that balance.
It's huge.
My brother's coming to need help opening cups and stuff.
Most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Look at this spin. Balance.
Dang it.
He takes it all the way
That was pretty good.
28-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
So the thing is, why I didn't want to
Coaches really don't care
do this is because the music for some reason was playing, and if you watch any of my videos, most of the time the music isn't playing because I do not want copyright. I don't want copyright on my videos. I'm not that kind of guy. So yeah, for some reason the music was on, so I didn't show. But the thing is, the scary thing is, first off, I had a slow quarterback, so it's going to be really hard to run with him. Also, I didn't have Le'Veon Bell until the last round, and I'm like, because there is a Jags player, which I didn't want to get him because I wanted to see if I could. I was practically risking it for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught.
I thought that said injury timeout. That would not be very pleasant. Can you even get injuries in this? Comment down below if you can.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling.
Oh, dang it. I wanted to say do the hurdles get the turtles, just like do the curls get the girls. The rhymes. Doesn't matter, cause,
for the extra point.
or is it?
Always tell their guys, if we score
God dang it!
that means
I mean, gosh dang it!
That's exactly what those
That was fine. Banana.
Time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have
So do you guys like doing draft champions? The next one that I'm going to be doing is fidget spinner. Fidget spinner. So like I have I have an odd color on one of it. So yeah, it's going to be wherever the odd color is.
How do they break that goose egg?
Okay, let's get into focus. This is how I like to do it. Usually when I'm not doing punt returns. Listen in the hip hop. Yes, 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 yes. User sack. You know how many times I've gotten a user sack? So the funny thing is that I drafted 9 players on the defense. And I thought that my defense was going to be like way better than our offense, but the offense is actually better. Like, you know, I stopped. But you know, it's fine. Listen in the hip hop. A second string quarterback, or that might be our punter. I don't know. I never use my punter. I don't care if it's even 4th and we have like 50 yards. Do you think that they're going to go for it? I think that they're not. Why would you run? Okay. I can't choose the difficulty. Punt the ball. 2 seconds left. They want to. Next stop, Brooklyn.
Fielded just inside the 30.
I'm not able to. That was good. Good return.
Yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here.
If I had the if I was in a better view, I think that I could have turned. I would known to not turn that way, to turn the other way, to turn everyone. Ugh. What? Okay. Ooh, almost a pick 6. That would not be very pleasing. Now would it?
Absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
So, you know that Le'Veon Bell always has these good games. I'm glad that we got Le'Veon Bell. I was looking for LeGarrette Blount, Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, or LeGarrette Blount. And so I have this thing called undrafted draft. Yeah, it's called undrafted. It might be. I don't know. I had OBJ or Ezekiel Elliott with the Buffalo Bills. I actually think that I can Hail Mary this. I actually think that we can Hail Mary this. I actually think that we can Hail Mary this. I don't know what special terms field.
1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt.
A new NFL record. That would have been bad if they picked it. It does not matter because let's watch the halftime show. I'm going to turn off my mic while the halftime show is on. So see you guys when the halftime show is done.
EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Cowboys are really just doing what they want out there on offense. The Chiefs' defense hasn't been able to get stops, and that inability to get off the field is costing them time and time again. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense on the field now after the fumble. The sneak is on here, and it works for the touchdown. That puts them up by 2 touchdowns. Cowboys lined up at the 23. Moss is going to haul in the pass. It ends up working for a touchdown. The lead grows to 22. Chiefs now punting it away. Shepard's going to try for the return, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone. The Cowboys push the lead to 29. Cowboys on offense midway through the second. Phillip Rivers would find his mark in coverage, sticking with the same drive, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 28-yard line. Bell's going to hit off the left side, and he'll go for a score.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half.
Okay, guys. So I think I'm back, right? Let's see. Okay, we're here. Yeah, that Sterling Shepard touchdown was actually really cool.
Both teams appear ready.
I don't know if I might have already said this, but I think that my microphone was actually off the whole time. But that would have been funny. But I am a little tired. And yeah, that's why I haven't been doing commentary. I'm doing a lot of videos today because I know that I'm going to be gone for the rest. On Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be gone from 9 o'clock. I actually might be leaving on Tuesday. I don't know. I hope I'm not. Next stop, Rockland.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. He takes this for
our defense is a beast mode, but our offense is better.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still
yeah.
Run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down.
I think I'm going to take off my mic because I need to concentrate. So see you guys at the end of the video.
They stay on the ground with White. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. We put our attention now on the Chiefs' defense. And not too long ago, the last drive, they had the 4th down stop. Set the offense up in great field position. They'll be looking to do that once more.
And as a general rule, no matter how you end up stopping someone on 4th down, kind of starts up front with the big guys, doesn't it? Getting the leverage, being able to hold that point of attack, and maybe even take the line of scrimmage and move it backwards and make a big play.
What do you say, low man wins?
Every single time.
They come out here in the eye. They'll pitch it out to Bell. Fighting through. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The linebacker, Josh Maga, brings him down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now Rivers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Dallas 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sterling Shepard. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on.
What?
Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. And now here comes Kansas City. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wilson. And complete to Zach Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got a noon one. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play on third down for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's White. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Rivers on 1st down. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A give to Bell. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. Still on his feet. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's brought in by Bolden. 12 yards is the pickup there, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Do the sportsmanship rules still apply as they did when we were kids, or has that changed over time?
Just straight. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Hurts over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs defense making their way back onto the field. And not a good performance by them or by their offense for that matter. It just hasn't been a good game.
And it's real easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Rivers here to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that
so,
number
guys,
of points.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Like
if you did, like, subscribe, and watch more of my videos. This was really fun. Yeah, until next time,
and as an offensive coordinator,
see you guys later.
You just don't
Bye.
think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run.